Hello farmers, welcome back to a beautiful sunny summer day here in Griffin, Indiana. That is correct, I said summer. Breezed right on through spring. Well, kind of breezed through. You saw the contracts that we took at the end of the last episode, some seeding contracts because we had the seeder. There's only 4 fields I had to do because we seeded all the fields last year, so there were no fields left other than those 4 that we did the contracts on. And I did nothing but fertilizing all the way through spring, except for the last day of spring because there was nothing left to do other than doing transport jobs and some baling. But some things have been going on here at the farm, as you would expect. The one thing you might see is the upper right-hand corner. We're down to $7,000, but I have paid off $2,000, more than $2,000, $200,000 off our loan, so our loan is now down to $2.875 million. If you scroll on down here, you can see contracts. Well, actually, must have done a couple contracts last day of spring. I lied. My guess is I think I did those in the dark just after midnight, but whatever. Either way, you can see contracts here. Yeah, the contracts are doing good, and then they're going down and down and down. But the good news is our loan interest payment at night is now down to, we'll just say, $18,500. So we're doing pretty darn good there. What's going on with the cattle, you might say? Well, we have offspring. Yes, finally. It's like the 5th day of spring when those cattle finally gave birth. Even though it said 0.1 years, those 0.1 years finally led to, and I think we're up to, last I checked, we're up to 24 cattle. Oh, we're up to 27 now. So, yeah, newborns are 82 pounds. And let's see, we got like 3 Ashires. Oh, a couple Holsteins are up to 111. Their health is up to 84, 85-ish. Cleanliness, TMR, and water could do a little work. Grass is fine because, well, grass is growing. Speaking of grass is growing, finally, the grass in our quote-unquote grass field is finally growing. I think it's in the first stage. It's not ready for harvest. Not that I would harvest it in the stage that it's in. But if we go to grass and go here, it's like in the first stage of, we want to see this dark color. That's what we want to see. But speaking of dark color and things that are ready for harvest, you can imagine if it's the first day of summer, look at all the fields that are ready for harvest. And you know darn well, and as you can see probably in the right-hand side here, Courseplay and Follow Me are harvesting a field over here already. Why did I have to wait until noon? It did rain overnight, so waiting for the crops to dry, and it finally did. So actually it looks like this is the grass that we mowed last fall that didn't turn into hay. So this is a non-field. This is just regular ground, if you will. That grass still has not grown a level, but looks like our grass in our field has. So that's kind of interesting. It seems like the geo for, I almost said Wither Farms, Griffin, Indiana, the grass doesn't grow that fast. This is what the grass should look like when it's at full height. So we're just waiting on that. Our canola field, I'm glad I fertilized that yesterday because I would not be able to fertilize it today. And why wouldn't I be able to fertilize it? Because I don't have a tractor with narrow tires on it. So that would have been a oopsie. I was going to wait for this episode to do at least one fertilizing contract or job with you, but I'm glad I did it the other day. I was really hoping to get to the harvesting contract. Oh, what am I doing? I was coming over here to give the cattle some water and to clean them out. But if you also look here, we are up to almost 2,000 liters of milk. Hooray. I got to be careful now when I come over here and make sure that we are only filling water. I got these 2 triggers right next to one another. I may not remove this, but move it somewhere else. And the only way for me to move it somewhere else, I have to take the mod off, come into the game, save the game, exit the game, reload the mod, and that way it'll reset. And I'll have to move the trigger somewhere else because I come over here, contract milk contractor. I don't want to, and it's both the same button, I guess. I wonder if I can remap that just with key bindings. Either way, well, let me come over here and let's go ahead and clean on out almost to the sheep. These are cows. Wow. I do that a lot lately in Farming Simulator. Well, I won't say lately. Always have in Farming Simulator at least 19. I think that started on Green Mountain Forest. I was calling certain types of animals, different kind of animals, what they are. I don't know why I do that. As for our TMR mixer, we are getting this a little bit. We got plenty of material in there to keep giving TMR. But now that we've gone from 20 cattle up to 27, they're going to require more feed. That hay that we bought last year, we're starting to go through that. So hopefully our grass field, now that summer's here, will grow. And definitely going to go ahead and make that into hay. I'm thinking we're only going to get 2 cuts on that grass field per year at best. That's the way it seems like. So that's the way that is. Let me come over here and we'll close this door. And just to show you what's going on in here. Yeah, so we've only gone through 12,000 liters of hay. I know it looks like grass, but that's hay. Silage, we're still doing fine. The straw, that's from our oat field from last year. So any straw that we get this year, I think we're just going to sell it because I still got plenty of straw. I'm not putting straw down for the cattle to bed on because I want liquid slurry and not solid manure. Also, at the end of the last episode, let's teleport on down to here. Because we put this down, and I was like, well, where's the trigger? Where's the trigger? This is just a building. I gotta put a vending machine in there, which I kind of forgot, but I think I put it in the video of like, I was stupid, I need to put a vending machine in here, and here it is. This is the big milk vending machine that costs 25 grand. So between the building and the vending machine, cost me $30,000. While we're also here, and I was doing fertilizing contracts, well, Courseplay did most of them. Courseplay does the big fields, I do the small ones. But while Courseplay is going around, I'm planning future of what the farm is going to be. And the first plot of land we're going to buy, is I almost get run over by a car apparently, is this land right here. It's just shy of $800,000. And the reason being is it's got a shed there. And it's got a huge shed here. I've never seen a shed this huge before that I can remember. Where's the entrance way to this place? There it is. That seems like an awfully huge shed. I'm pretty sure it's maybe on the mod hub or something. Is there a light? I can see lights. Is there actually a light switch or light on? All right, yeah. So that'd be good. No, can we light off? There we go. Don't want to use this guy's electricity. So it does come with a steel beam that I just backed into. But also this field right here. And of course it does have crop in it. But yeah, definitely. I mean, I do want to buy more land, obviously, just to get more crop and whatever. Will I be able to do this year? I mean, instead of paying off the loan, I could go ahead and purchase the land. But definitely got a nice big shed area. This might be good for our seeder and planter and all that fun stuff. And, of course, we got a shed down here, so I can park maybe like our trailer, our any big equipment that I got parked up there that's not in a shed, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Let's come back over to here, though. And this thing, I remember these triggers are hard to find. Object is too heavy. Let's go ahead and fix that because I'm not going to get a forklift to move this around. Super lift mode. Where is the trigger to... Alright, unwrap the self-marketing automat. You got to kind of look up. I know it says look down here where it says open. Actually, it does work there. Alright, so there is the milk vending machine. Let's go ahead and pick this up. And we're going to bring it on into here. I think. Can I? The vending machine will fit through the door, but apparently I will not. Can I fit through? How about if I crouch? No, why can't I fit through there? Can we open this door, please? Thank you. Can I go in this door? I can go in that door. Makes perfect sense. Let's go ahead and get the milk vending machine around. All right, no, don't fall over, though, because... Not that I can't move it around. Is that against the back wall? Is that what it's doing? Not quite there. Whoa, no, don't. Get you standing back up here. Gotta get this milk vending machine up because, you know, gotta sell milk at the ball game. I mean, yes, someone left a comment. He knows who he is. When you go to a ball game and buy large milk, hey, I don't have a beer vending machine. We got a milk vending machine, so. Oops, someone was stuck there for a second. Let's go ahead and close the door. We'll leave this open. So now we got a place to sell milk. Now if I go into here to our marketing, and we go over to the Milky Milk. Yeah, much better pricing. And it's going to be hard to tell, but if I go into here, and we go on down to milk, so now we can see the pricing of milk. You can see last year we didn't have the vending machine. It's just the regular, where we sell it here in this map. I don't know where. But you can see the prices in the days we had great demands. But now the higher price with our vending machine, we get much better pricing. So I'm kind of hoping today Ideal is slipping. Where's my Ideal slipping? That's why it's slipping here. Alright, so I got to be quick about this. Control F. No. Okay, hang on a second. This is not going to work here. No, hang on. Let's jump in here and stop worker. Oh, and he had to just flip over the Dwight's car. Oh, man. This has all gone south so quick. Alright, can I jump? There we go. Alright, now I can jump. Can I grab this? Where can I grab this? Can I grab it here? Let's slide this to there. And can I grab it here and flip you over? Right on top of the straw bale. Why not? Let's go ahead and pick up some of this extra straw. So this is the day I've been waiting for. The reason being, obviously, we get all the contracts. We get the extra grain out the fields. And, of course, now with the mod for getting straw off of contract fields, that's going to help us out greatly. I think last year we were getting like 20 to 30,000 per load of straw at the straw sell point. No, I don't want to do the current waypoint. Let's go ahead and turn that on. And drive course. Are we back? Are we all set to go there? And you should be following at 60 meters. Make sure that's all in working condition. It is. Alright. Yeah, and so we got an auto-loading trailer that holds 39 bales. And our bales are 20,000 liters apiece. There we go. How are we doing so far? I mean, we just started, really. What page is that? What page is that? I think I just saw it and I went right past it. What page is that? It's this one right here. Where are we here? Fertilize. Created bales. I have not created no bales this session. I tend to disagree. Why does that only say 22? What? Alright, I'm not really sure. That seems to be really off. I don't know why. I'm pretty sure I haven't created 22 bales today, and I've definitely created more than 22 bales last year. Is that right? Created bales. Today, 0. Total of 22. I have no idea. We'll just ignore that, I guess. I have no idea. Does it not count the bales when it's being made by, like, Follow Me or Courseplay or anything like that? Whatever. Anyways, we were talking about the milk, so, yeah, we do have some milk. Like I said, just shy of 20,000, 2,000 liters. But we will be buying this sometime. I don't know if it'll be today or not, but by doing all the contracts today, we'll get to it. I gotta go to animals. Yeah, this trailer right here. So it's $56,000 for... I know we gotta change the design to... No, not water. Freshly farmy milk. Do I want to leave the color the same? I mean, I guess if it's milk, do I just want to go to pure white? I think that looks a little bit better. Yeah, so it's going to cost us $57,500, and the amount of liters it holds, well, it holds 62,000, which is pretty darn good. I don't need it right away, but, you know, now that our farm is actually producing something, which is milk, it'd be nice to go ahead and sell it and bring in the cash. What the heck is that doing? Let me guess, you got a bale stuck underneath you. Oh, man. It's hard to find good help these days. Now, it's sort of my fault because, you know, you leave workers alone for more than 2 minutes. Let's go ahead and see. Does he have a bale stuck underneath him? There's got to be a bale stuck there. Cut right in front of him. Is there a bale there? Did the bale come out? No, the bale is right there. I see the bale. All I want to do is harvest a field. I didn't have this much trouble last season doing this. Alright, hang on. Stop, driver. Alright, and... let me turn on the HUD. There we go. Alright, we'll have to go ahead and do this, do that line again. Alright, and you drive course. Alright, I better go around the field here and pick up these bales, or else we're going to have an issue here. So we'll grab our wonderful, I'm going to call it a Peterbilt, because that's where it is. Even though they can't say it's a Peterbilt, let's go around the field and pick up these bales that we have here. Yeah, I got to figure out something else to do with, I guess, horseplay. Maybe not do any headlands if I don't have to. I just get nervous about the combine getting stuck on trees and whatnot. I don't remember having this much trouble last year doing horseplay and harvesting in the fields. I know some people are going to say, why don't you put the Deutschfahrer on the same course as the combine? I just rather use follow me. It's just easier to just go Control F and, you know, Bob's your uncle, and it's all set to go. It's what I've always done, so I'm used to it. But, yeah, we're going to get a lot of cash today, so this is why I'm doing the cereal crop fields first during this harvest, just so I can get the straw and bring in the cash. And the sooner I can pay off more of that wonderful loan that we got, and save ourselves a little bit on the loan interest, that's always good. So, yeah, the kind of goal this year, I'm hoping this season, with the amount of crops that we're going to get, obviously we're not going to sell the crops right away, the extra crops that we get, we're going to wait until peak time, whenever that may be. But the money from the contracts alone, the money from the straw, going to help us all out. And the only thing I don't want to say I really need to buy, but we definitely should buy, is definitely that milk tanker. That's because when we do get enough milk, we want to make sure... I may go down once in a while, even like a couple thousand liters. If the price is really, really good, we're going to go ahead and sell it. You know, a little bit of cash here and there is going to be wonderful. All right, so they're up and going. They should be good to go for now. I need to get back to our Ford tractor. There we go. And we'll fire that up. How am I doing on fuel here? Fuel is getting kind of low. The other thing I need to probably think about putting around here is a fuel tank. Just because going all the way down to the center of town to refuel my equipment, it's fine, but like the combine can be a real pain. I went there this morning while I was waiting for the cereal crop to dry, because we were down like a third tank on the fuel, and driving the combine down the main road and you got traffic is a little tricky. So getting a fuel tank up here or whatnot would be really, really good. So what we're doing with Ford is I'm going to go down and hook up the fertilizer spreader, the Breedle. That is full of fertilizer, ready to rock and roll. I prepped it, hoping, because I figured once we start harvesting, and once we get everything out the field and collect on the contract, eventually contracts are going to come up to reseed the field. And I figured, well, might as well get fertilizer ready. Nope, they don't have lime contracts, which I never quite figured out why yet, but they don't. And since the only fields that need lime are ours, and we've already done that, I said, well, I'm not going to need lime, so we need fertilizer. Where am I going for these contracts? I know I got a lot of contracts. I haven't been here. So field 4 and 24. All right, 4 and 24. We'll set you off on field number 4 to start with. So you can see right there, I got maybe, I'm going to say a dozen to maybe 18 bales of straw left. 20,000 liters, that's a lot of straw, and we're hardly using any of it right now as it is. But now we've gone from 20 cattle up to 27. Obviously, we got to feed more, so we're probably going to go through a little bit more than usual. So you saw those harvesting contracts I got to do. That's why we're running the speed at ×1. I don't want to speed through the day and harvest, because then farmers will start harvesting their own fields and contracts I haven't taken yet. And I want to harvest every flipping field that's on here this season to, one, yes, help pay off the loan as much as we can. And that way we can start buying equipment ourselves. I mean, I still got plenty more stuff to buy here. I got a lot of more money to spend. I did knock down that stop sign with the combine harvester. What was I saying? Yeah, so I got plenty more stuff to buy. I mean, millions of dollars worth of equipment to buy. It's a lot of big equipment, so it's not like I got a lot of equipment to buy, just a lot of expensive stuff. This should be field number 4. Just making sure. Yeah, field number 4. Put that on out. And put you here. Generate course. That's field number 4. Get you a headland done. Do that. And you can start driving there. Do I have you start? Oh, are you starting at the first? Because I have the combine now to the closest waypoint, so I think he's all set. All right, we are all set there. So it looks like when I was planting here, or course play, it looks like some of the sunflowers are growing faster than the rest of the field. Yeah, go figure. Who knows? Who knows? All right, so I am doing field number 16. Our course play is I got to figure out field 16. What field am I bringing that to? First, I got to find field 16 in this list of contracts that I got. Where is it? Right here. These are going to Country View Milling. Okay, I know where that is. So if you look at the contracts I got set for today, I mean, we're talking 12, 9, 2, 13, 19, 3, 4. I mean, 15, 23, 38. I can say numbers all day long. I'm going to say $100,000 worth of contracts easily. And, of course, I'm going to be selling straw all day long as well. And once I get more contracts done today, get maybe like 5 or 6 done at a time, I'll refresh contracts. Because, like I said, if we go here, all the fields, well, just about all the fields are all set to, well, get done in harvesting. So, also, when the fields get done harvesting, and I get the fields completely cleared, if we go to the seasons page, and we go to here, no, wrong button, here, well, it won't be actually until the 5th day of summer before we can... Well, we could plant soybeans and corn in fields. So if I flip some of these fields over, they may want some soybean planted this year. Speaking of, when's canola? My canola field could be ready for harvest whenever. But I don't think we planted it until like the 3rd or 4th day of spring. Hopefully we can harvest it by the 4th day of summer. That way I can replant soybeans this year, and we'll be able to harvest soybeans in the fall. I hope that's the case. So Country View Milling is where I got to go, and that's going to be right up here if we scroll in. Country View Milling. There we go. I'll spit it out. Let's come back on down here, and we'll grab the Peterbilt. No, that's the trailer. This is the Peterbilt. I just want to go around and pick up these straw bales. So I don't think it's going to tell us how much straw is going for. I think we did this last year, and I was like, wait, can I not sell straw? But we went there and sold straw anyways. Yeah, so it doesn't show a price, and I'm not really sure why it doesn't, but we go there and sell, we get enough money for it, so I'm happy with it. So this is where a third tractor, quote-unquote, in the future, would come in handy in the future. So obviously, the Deutz-Fahr is following our ideal combine harvester to do the baling. We have our Ford doing some fertilizing on fields. And eventually we'll have a third tractor when it comes to it to possibly doing some seeding in some fields. If everything goes the way I kind of hope it does. So this summer could be very good for the farm, meaning, you know, hopefully getting the loan down quite a bit. Part of me would like to save the money and maybe buy more land, but I think it's more key to try to get the contracts or the leasing, not the leasing fees, the loan fees down. So I don't have to do contracts over and over and over again. Not that I don't mind doing them in between episodes, but it gets a little tiresome after a while. I remember that in the Pacific Northwest, we were doing that for a while. Then we got most of the fields, and it's kind of nice to just not have to do contracts in between episodes. So I got to come back there and do that. Let's turn this off. Let's run over to the combine. I don't know how she's doing, but she can hold 120,000 liters in her. So we will come over here and see how she's doing. Let's get over here. It's barely half full, so she should be able to finish the rest of this field and go over to deliver it. Now I'm hoping that when I go deliver, what are we harvesting anyways? Oats. Yeah, so when I go deliver these oats to Country View Milling, that it takes it on the contract I'm currently doing. The problem is we got so many other contracts around here, and there's probably a lot of, I may have like 3 other fields that we're doing oats in that are going to the same drop-off point. It may put them towards that, but either way, we'll get them done. So I'll just have to go around and see which ones are which and get those contracts done, bring in the cash, Because I am going to need 18,500 when it comes midnight to do the loan interest fee. But I think we should have much more than that because one load of bales, straw bales to the barn should go ahead and cover that. And of course, we got, like I said, $100,000 worth of contracts everywhere else to take care of today. At least that is the goal. But the good news is, we're going to go ahead and let that finish. We got our lovely little milk sell point. So that's the other good thing. Like I said, this is the field or the land I said we're probably going to buy first. So let me go to land and click on it. And you can see $778,483 is 29.15 acres. And let me go ahead and take that off again so you can see the field better. And that's the shape of the field. It's not really, it's one, yes, for the field, but mostly it's, it already has sheds on it. So I don't have to buy land elsewhere and then still put sheds down. So I'll have some sheds down here to park it. Yeah, we do that. We do have this bridge that we have to go over, but we did the test, and most of the drills I had so far can go over that bridge. So I would love to be able to park our big drill and planter down here. Occasionally, I'll have to come up here and plant field number 1. The grass field is always going to be a grass field, so. But there are other small bridges around here, so I'm assuming everything's going to be fine. But we're going to go ahead and park everything down here when it comes to it. At least that is the plan. And of course, it's right across the street from our milk sell point, which is, yeah, I can just keep an eye on it, I guess is what I want to say. Because our milk is coming from here. But if we go back up to here once again, I can't teleport to the cow pasture. Every time you teleport, it teleports you right into the wall, which is kind of disappointing. But let's go ahead and teleport to the house. Come on back over here. I don't know how much milk we're getting per hour at this point. So it's been like a day and a half that we've had offspring. So those cows that gave offspring are now producing milk. But now we should have 7 cattle producing milk. So I don't know how many liters of milk we're going to get per day, because their health is not at 100%. But I don't know how to get their health at 100% really, because I'm not putting straw down for bedding. That could be part of it. What else am I missing here in there? The TMR should be 100% for them. So the only thing I'm not giving them is straw. So I cannot say. Do we have any of the cattle that are expecting? So we're going to get one more. Okay, you're going to give birth here sometime soon. That's 2. Another half a year for you, but that's fine. So actually, we still got quite a few amount of cattle that are, yeah, we got, I don't know, half dozen or so cattle at least that are, have offspring at some point. Oh, so the other thing I was going to check, and I just remembered about it. Wait, who's done? Oh, that might be the Ford is done fertilizing that field. Do we have any males? That is the point that I need to go. That's a female, so that's good. And that is a female. Oh, I can see. I don't have to look right here. It says female. F for female. Did we get any males yet? They're all females. All the offspring we got were all females. All right, so that brought me to my other point. So males we don't really need around the dairy farm because they're not going to produce milk. So what we'll be doing, and I just activated the mod because I just realized it wasn't activated. Is it in here? The meat factory, 250,000. So this was the question I had. I know a couple people did answer when I said, does the weight of the cow matter in seasons? Bring it. And I thought I said to the meat factory. If I didn't, I apologize. I realized the weight of the cattle is going to matter when you bring it to the livestock market and sell it. But this is what I was wondering, does the weight of the cattle in seasons matter when I bring it to the meat processing plant? So if I bring cattle, say I brought a newborn cattle there, is it still just, is that, I think the meat processing plant, is this going to see a cow, whether it weighs, what do the newborns weigh? So 80 pounds. I think if I brought, say I brought this Ashire 82 pounder, when I drop it off at the meat processing plant, is this going to see it as 1,000 liters of meat? And the same thing if I brought a full-size cattle there, I think it's going to see it as a cow and it equals so much many liters. I think, because I don't think that processing plant was made for seasons in mind. It's just made for, it's going to see a cow there and say, yep, This is the amount that it requires, or this is what it equals. Can we find the Ford? There's the Ford. Go ahead and stop that. And we'll come in here right away. And where is that one? So there's that wonderful 9,200 into the bank. Let me go on down here and check any other contracts spraying. Oh, that's for weeds. We don't have that. So field number 24 is next on the list. So the Ford originally, when we bought it, is just for cleaning the cattle and getting some straw and hay bales up to the TMR mixer and move silage around. That's all it was meant for. But in the early stages now, it's being put to work. It doesn't have no problem hauling 18,500 liters of fertilizer in the back of this burrito, but luckily it's all flat ground. Someone did ask though, how am I getting the gears to shift on the Ford? That is just part of the mod. But get ready, when Farming Simulator 22 comes out this fall, I guess that's going to be part of the base game. So we'll see. I mean, is that going to be a choice when we buy a tractor? It's going to be kind of curious. Are we going to be able to pick like gear ratios? Along with that, it can get kind of confusing. It's going to be a little bit of a learning curve if that's part of it. But that's the whole fun part of it. And that was another thing I was thinking of when I was fertilizing in the springtime. You know, my mind wanders when you're doing hours of fertilizing. But I was thinking, this might be my last challenge in Farming Simulator 19. So obviously we did the Pacific Northwest with the... Wait, Field 24, straight ahead, okay. When we did the Pacific Northwest, that was a challenge of paying off a $55 million loan on hard economy. This challenge here is just 2,000 cattle and on seasons and feeding them year round and doing all that wonderful stuff. Early on though, it's been about money again, but that's part of it. Pretty soon here, hopefully it won't be. But I'm thinking, how long before we get 2,000 cattle? Now the good news is, like I said, our first 7 cattle offspring that we had, they're all female. We just want the females because they're the one that produce milk and they're the ones going to have the offspring. Now someone, I know they must be new to Farming Simulator or whatever, but I talked about having offspring and they called me stupid because I did not buy a bull for the pen. Yeah, we don't need that for some reason. It works just fine. They have offspring. That's why I think I may have talked about it when I was putting the cattle in there last season about getting a bull just for the effect. But yeah, they're all set. They're having offspring. We don't need a bull in there. We are fine. You need to do field number 24 around once. Yep, we're good. And do that. And then first waypoint, drive course. Let's go back over to here. Where are we here? You are not quite done yet there. Oh, I got to stop, driver. There, we'll take care of that. We'll take care of that. Let's see, all the nook and crannies, I'm not going to worry too much about that the combine missed. I'm just cutting it wide so the Deutzfahr gets the straw where he needs to. But he needs to come over here. We need to finish this one string to where the combine was riding a bale like a bull. So we are going to do a little harvesting ourselves here. The one thing I noticed, but usually I don't do it anymore, is I do not put GPS on the combine. I did in, definitely for 17, because in 17, I just use GPS for harvesting and whatnot, and definitely having GPS in 17, you could get it so the combines turned around in the fields on their own. I really haven't looked into too much in the as you've seen my videos, I don't use GPS that much. But the only time I use it now is if I were to weed and the crops were in the last growth stage, and you can't see where the heck you've been, that's when I was like, yep, you need to go ahead and take care of that. Because I can't see where I've been. Alright, so there is the last of That field there, we'll go ahead and watch out for that field there. And then, is it Shift F to stop follow me on the tractor behind you? Yes, it is. Now let's whip this puppy around here and unload our oats into here. And then the problem, well, I don't want to say a problem is, I got so many contracts. I like to do all the oat fields first. That way I don't have to go back and empty out our trailer. Actually, I probably want to empty out the trailer because it's going to take all the oats anyways because of all the contracts I got. Okay, so what other oat fields do we have here? Let's go to here. What field? 15, 17, 23, 29. And quickly, I don't think I see any of those fields there. 25 is barley. 30 is barley. 28 is wheat. That is wheat. Canola, canola, canola. Oats in field number 10. That's the contract I'm doing. Field number 10, huh? That's the only other contract I got for oats right now. Field number 10, which is way down at this edge of town. Of course it is. Maybe I will do something else around here that's ready to go. I'll figure that out in between episodes. Let's turn that off for now. Can I squeeze through here? Of course I can. Because I didn't have any donuts this morning, so my big butt can fit through there. There is our Peterbilt. We'll drive around and we'll get the bales off the field. I was ready to say, not many bales on this side. It looks like I already collected those. I just want to get them out the field because I know it'd be fine, but if I complete the contract, I don't want the bales on the field to disappear. I don't think they will, but this early on in the game here, I say early on, we're like in episode, are we in episode like 21, 22, whatever. I need the cash, so I don't want the bales disappearing on me. So we'll pick them on up. So, like I said earlier, hopefully by the end of this in-game day, by the time we do all the contracts, yes, I'll be doing some of this in between episodes, but I'm pretty sure next episode will still be in this insane day in the game. Yeah, we'll go ahead and buy the milk tanker. Because obviously, you know, a couple thousand liters of milk is not that much, but when it sells for $1,000 per 1,000 liters, hopefully we'll get enough, you know, say I sell 5,000 liters of milk, that's $5,000. That's good enough. And if there's a great demand, and I see a great demand of 1,800, I'll be very disappointed I don't have the milk tanker yet. And it's something we are going to need this year, so we'll go ahead and just go ahead and get it. All right, let's go grab our trailer, and we'll go up to Country View Milling, and we'll deliver these oats, and we'll see if it completes the contract in the field we just did, or is it going to go towards other fields. All right. Funny thing is, if you look at the back on the wheels on the trailer, they still got like snow on them. You can tell I haven't used the trailer at all this year. But now that I went to the field, now the snow disappeared. Now it's all dirt. Another nice upgrade I would like to get is the upgraded engine for this truck, because hauling to 120,000 liters, right now it's just 90 something, but yeah, the engine, we got the lowest horsepower engine, the base engine in here, and it's, I don't want to say it, does it struggle? It's close to struggling, especially going uphill. It can. It takes a while to get to speed. Actually, I won't even get to speed going up here to the mill, but I think it's going to cost like 40 grand, so I'm just going to hold off on that. But I'm kind of thinking, what I plan on doing is getting the loan below 2 million and then maybe setting up for field number 30. That's where the two sheds are, the one we're thinking about buying. We're not thinking about buying, the one we will buy, and save up for that, because the time we get down like to 2 million, I think the loan interest rate is going to be somewhat reasonable where it's not going to hurt that much. So my guess is all my oats are going to this mill here anyway, so I'm probably not going to, definitely going to deliver them all, but I'm waiting to see contract on field number 16 is complete. It must be I'm delivering oats from the other fields to go here, like field number 10, as we know, needs to go here. So yeah, that is 76% transporter for field 10. It didn't go actually towards field 16, the one we just did. But that's fine. I guess I'll go down, maybe harvest that one as well. I'll have to zigzag for a while, because the only way to complete the contract in field number 16 is to deliver oats. So the only place to get them now is actually down in field number 10. I don't want to take them out of our silo. I got plenty of oats in the silo, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to take them off the field as it is. And that was the other thing. I have not sold those oats yet that are in the silo. We're going to have to wait until the first couple days of winter. That's when the price seems to be awfully high on the oats. So my next job is I'm waiting for the Ford to finish fertilizing field number 24. While it's doing that, I guess I'm going to take the header off the combine and hook it up to the back. Drive on down to field number 10. Like I said, we're in the kind of like the eastern part of the map. I guess going out and just taking Main Street is about the only way to really get there. Can't really cross. I mean, I can cross here. There's like right here. This is a railroad track. You could cross here. And I could go down that way, but a couple times I've gotten stuck with things, and I don't want to get stuck on a train come across and have all that fun stuff to do. But anyways, yes, harvesting time here in Griffin, Indiana in year number 2 is where we're at. Our loan is below 3 million. Hopefully pretty soon we'll really dig into that today, even though we will be buying eventually by the end of the day the milk tanker. And yes, our cattle... Oh, contract reveal number 24 finished. Perfect. Our cattle have given some offspring. We got seven young ones running around, so we got 27 cattle, and that means 7 cattle are now producing milk for us. And we do have a better place to sell milk now as well. Can you stop? You're done there. You're done. You're all set. You might be done for the day. I don't know if they'll have any more fertilizing contracts left to do. I definitely want to go ahead and get field number 9 harvested today as well, because that's the big field, and that obviously is going to bring in more cash, especially if I can seed it later on. Let's go into contracts. Where is that one? Because, 12,000 is 12,000. There we go. That's looking all better. Did that just reset the... Was there crop growing in that field, or was that my imagination? I thought there was crop growing in there. All I did was accept a contract on fertilizing. I don't know. I'm probably losing my mind. More so than ever. But anyways, that's what we're going to wrap up for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. And I'll catch you again right here in Griffin, Indiana. But until then, have a good one.